Hi everyone, welcome to my channel J&H Vlogs. So I've been making a series for this October for spooky season called my spooky season series, and so it's going to be up all October. So instead of making vlogs, I'm going to be making a bunch of scary videos, which will be about me talking about scary creatures, telling scary stories, telling scary true stories as well, and my own personal stories, reading some scary text messages, and even going and exploring haunted locations. I am taking a little bit of a pause from vlogging just because I wanted to make this spooky season stuff. So if you like scary videos, then check out my channel this whole entire month. Also guys, I'm feeling so fall today. I love fall, it's my favorite season. Anyways, let's get into the video. Today we are talking about witches. There's a lot of stuff that I can cover about witches. I do research before I talk about my topics, and I've done a lot of research about this. So there's a lot that I want to be talking about today. So it's going to be about a few different things, including some little witchy facts and real witches, which I'm going to be talking about later on in this video. To start off, I wanted to talk a little bit about the Salem witch trials, which happened in Salem, Massachusetts, because these are the most infamous witch trials. They happened in America, and most things happened in Europe. I wanted to say that the people from the Salem witch trials, none of them were witches. None. Everyone that was hung and accused, not a witch. I just wanted to get that out there. A girl named Abigail Williams, she was a very attention-seeking girl. Basically, she got in trouble and she wanted to direct her thing from herself, so she started blaming all these other people in her town that she didn't like. Abigail also scared everyone, so all these girls that were around her age just started following along with her because she kind of threatened them that if they didn't start accusing people like she was, then she was going to accuse them herself. So she just kind of went around town telling people that her neighbors were witches when they weren't. A lot of people were accused of being witches when they really weren't, and some were unfortunately killed because of it. And guys were accused of being witches, or warlocks I should say. One of the girls even blamed a neighbor's dog, so they ended up shooting the dog, claiming that it was the devil. I love dogs, so that made me quite upset. So that was some stuff about the Salem witch trials, which I just kind of wanted to talk about for a little, just because people talk about it and not everyone really knows what happened, so I just kind of wanted to briefly explain that. Next, I'm talking about witchy facts. So, burning witches at the stake only happened really in the 17th century, and it didn't happen very often just because rope was easier to use. So most witches weren't burned alive. So being a witch and practicing witchcraft was a term created when Christians were trying to convert pagans into Christians. Pagans practiced a lot of magic, and the Christians said that that was evil, and they kind of just scared the pagans into converting into Christians. So witchcraft was actually never evil, and in fact a lot of Christians were saying that they were dealing with the devil, but the pagans, they didn't even know what Satan was, so they weren't worshiping something that they didn't even know was a thing. So witchcraft was kind of just a term created by Christians converting pagans into Christians. Next thing I wanted to say was, you know how witches are always with a black cat? Well, a lot of those black cats might be a familiar. A familiar is an animal that helps assist the witch in their magic, in their rituals, and they kind of, a lot of them are shapeshifters, so they can shapeshift into whatever, even humans, but they mainly stay in their one animal form, and a lot are pictured as black cats, but really they could be anything. So that's what the black cat and witches thing is about. The last thing I wanted to talk about, real witches. Being a witch is actually a real thing, like modern day witches. There's people right now practicing witchcraft. And there's a term for witches that don't tell other people that they're witches, and they're called broom closeted witches, which is kind of, I find that funny. Broom closeted, you know, because they ride on brooms and it's like coming out of the closet. So I just kind of find that a funny term. As I was doing my research about witches, I ended up stumbling upon a real life witch's YouTube channel. Her name is Anais. I will link her channel down below or in the iCard above. And basically, Anais talks about what being a witch is to her. Anais has 50,000 subscribers, which means there could be 50,000 witches in this world. At least 50,000 witches are real. She believes, and modern day witches mostly all believe, that witchcraft and religion is separate, and they believe that witchcraft is just like a hobby and a practice, and they can still have a different religion. Most are Wiccans, which has to do a lot with nature, and some are pagans who never converted, and there are some Buddhists even, and even some Christians who practice witchcraft. But witchcraft isn't dealing with the devil or anything like that. They're not worshiping him in any form. In fact, a lot of them give off light and love when they're talking about it. And Christian witches will sometimes pray when they're making a spell. Anais personally is a Wiccan who practices witchcraft. I checked other real life YouTube channels out, and some of them had her aspects and everything, but I liked her aesthetics, so I kept with her and watched a lot of her videos. And I did dabble in a little bit of other people's just to make sure I covered everything. And yeah, so there are real life witches, and basically they just use herbs and stuff to create whatever they want. And it's nothing, they don't really curse other people. And it's not like they have a wand and it's more like mixed herbs together, or they kind of just cleanse their houses. It's nothing big, and it's not like hocus pocus or anything like that. I hope you guys like this little thing about witches, and I know it's kind of simple, but I just wanted to talk a little bit about the facts about witches. So if you want to learn more about real life witches, go check out Anais' channel. I tried commenting and asking her questions, but she didn't get back to me. But if you wanted to find out more about her and more about real life witches, then definitely just go check out her channel. So that's all I wanted to talk about in this video. I hope you liked hearing about the real witches, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!